Hi, I'm a senior up at the high school, and I'm super grateful for my education. It's been phenomenal. I moved from Fabius Pompey, and there is a difference, I believe it. FM soars above all our neighboring schools in academics and opportunities. However, we don't hold ourselves to that same standard when it comes to mental health. The pressure put on students at FM is incredible. I'm touched by the surveys conducted by Palin and Michael. Students who took it upon themselves went above and beyond their duties as students to learn about mental health at our school. I think it's really telling that 2 students are the ones who have been the ones to collect this data. The notes made by Eddie on grades equating well-being and the fear of wasting a valuable period on a study hall or a lunch resonate deeply with me and many other students. This school is filled with high-performing students, and our assumption that a high-performing student taking difficult classes is doing well is far from the truth. If your concern is admission to top-tier schools, I might remind you that while grades are important, a happy student who has found devotion to something they love that brings them happiness is just, if not more, effective. My best friend, who sat at the top of her class, suffered through emotional abuse at home and severe depression. She came not only to her own counselor, but also another. However, she attempted suicide many times and felt trapped at home and stuck at school. Not to any fault of our incredible counselors. We must remember that for so many students, school is an escape from the stresses at home and the toxic environment of social media. I have, until very, very recently, believed the only mental health resources at the school offered were our academic counselors. And from what I've heard, the resources that are not our academic counselors are already taxed. These academic counselors are incredibly busy, overworked, difficult to get a meeting with, and expected to do a job beyond what they are trained for. I say all this not to discredit the incredible work these counselors do on a daily basis, but to point out the dichotomy between the administration's perspective and that of the students. Students need consistent, available, reliable resources, and we need them now. I recently met with a counselor in a literal supply closet because they don't have an extra room. And the proposed Zen Center in the new capital project 5 years from now is a good start, but it's not enough, nor does it stand up to the urgency of this issue. It isn't the rare occurrence that a student battles mental health issues, but in fact the norm. As someone who deals with anxiety, PTSD, and OCD, I can assure you that I am not a huge fan of public speaking, but I'm here today along so many brave teenagers, asking for more, telling you we need help. We have taken our step, and now the burden falls on you to hear these pleas and allocate funds to hiring mental health professionals, not just psychologists, but licensed clinical social workers, creating spaces for dealing with the stresses of high school life, training teachers on identifying and reaching out to students that are struggling, and making these students aware of these resources. The board should be proud that they have played a part in raising so many students to be able to stand up for what they believe in. It is your turn to make us proud by taking action on this urgent issue. Thank you.